Welcome back to our next lesson that's calculated into figuring out what our net pay is. So today's tax that we're going to discuss is the Social Security and Medicare taxes. So what are Social Security taxes? They are our taxes that are used by the federal government to pay Social Security benefits. This system is designed to help support retired individuals, widows and widowers, and people who are disabled. Social Security is officially called the Old Age Survivors and Disability Insurance. So Social Security is used in two ways. One, it's used in a way as a retirement plan. So once you hit a certain age, you'll start receiving a monetary retirement plan. So you'll receive a pay once a month. It's also used to help offset your medical costs through Medicare and through Medicaid. So currently in the year 2020, our current tax rates for Social Security is at a 6.2%. Now that 6.2% is directly paid by the employer, but the employee also matches that and pays a 6.2% bracket as well. Now, if you are self-employed, then you would double this and pay a 12.4% rate into your Social Security system out of your paycheck. But for most people who are employed by another person or another company, you're only obligated to pay 6.2%. And that's up to $137,700. Now, you're going to see a different number in a few minutes that's used by your textbook, but in 2020, that cap is $137,700. Social Security also makes up what's called Medicare. So Medicare is health insurance that's used by older individuals once they've reached that retirement age. But it's also used by younger individuals that could be classified as disabled. Now, the Medicare employer-employee rate is a 1.45% rate. So it's a much smaller rate. And you can see that it is a match system too, with the employee only needing to pay in 1.45%. And there are different caps to this as well. All right, but we're just going to be using the 6.2% and the 1.45% to calculate what comes out of our pay. All right, like I said, in the year 2020, the cap is really at $137,700, but for your textbook purposes, they're going to use the number $97,500. So there are some other definitions of Social Security, Medicare, if you need to stop your video and write those down in your notes. Okay, so first of all, our lesson formula is quite simple today. Whether we're calculating Social Security or we're calculating Medicare, our tax withheld is going to come from our gross pay and multiplying that by the tax rate. Now, once we calculate both of those individually, we'll add those together to see what our total Social Security taxes will be. So here's our first example. Max's gross biweekly pay is $675. His earnings to date for the year total $13,500. What amount does his employer deduct from his pay this pay period? So we're actually not going to even use that $13,500 number because we're concerned with this pay period. So we're going to calculate the Social Security taxes, the Medicare taxes, and then the total deductions. So I'm going to start with Social Security. So we're going to look at his pay of $675 and we're going to multiply that 6.2% because that's what Max is obligated to pay. His employer will pick up the other 6.2%. So we're going to multiply that $675 times 0.062 for a total of $41.85 that's put into his retirement fund. And the Medicare cost for that, again, is $675 for his biweekly pay, and we're going to multiply that by that 1.45% rate. which is 0.0145 in decimal form, to get a total of $9.79 that's sent to Medicare. Then we'll add those together, and his total Social Security taxes that are taken out in his biweekly pay is $51.64. Okay, so now you are going to pause the video and go into your textbook on page 137 and complete concept checks 1 and 2. When you're ready, play the video and you can see my solutions. So you can see my solutions for the Social Security tax for number 1 is $192.20. For Medicare, it's $44.95 for a total Social Security tax of $237.15. For number 2, the Social Security is $21.70. Medicare is $508 for a total Social Security tax of $26.78. Now, you're going to look on Google Classroom for your assignment to this lesson. I hope that makes it easier to understand Social Security and Medicare when it's taken out of your paycheck. I hope you all have a great day.